फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स,
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स,
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज, सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म, क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट।
Hello and welcome to Cricket Next. मैं हूं सौम्य कपूर and a couple of wickets at just before the lunch have put India in the driver's seat in this test match. India need 4 more wickets to win this one, while England need 205 to take away a victory. With Ben Stokes still there, there are still chances, but India do have a slight edge now. Well, to talk more about this, I have with me Jamie Alter, Thouses, Vineet Ramakrishnan, and Kenneth Wali joining us next. I'll start with you. दो विकेट निकले, फर्स्ट कुलदीप, उसके बाद जसप्रीत बुमराह ने टू पुट इंग्लैंड ऑन ट्रैक विद बड़ी opportunity. कितना अच्छा रिव्यू था वो
Oh, fantastic review. I mean, it was a good review in the sense that I think the commentators were also saying that even if, the decision umpire's call pe hi jata, even if, it would have been doing a bit more, so India would have retained the review. So in that context, the review itself was very good. That eventually worked out for India. That is fantastic. And as I said yesterday, 398, you'd see the kind of approach England batters have taken. You see the baseball era, 9 out of 8 out of last 10 test matches they had batted the fourth innings. They have been able to chase down with this approach. But the thing was how much they can sustain this in this kind of a pitch against this bowling unit, and that is what we saw. They started off really well again. Zack, Crawley, scoring runs like anything. You had Joe Root coming in, chancing his arm around. You could see that he was bothered by that finger. So that, hence that, kind of an innings. Oli Pope also scoring at over 100. But again, the point was how much they could have sustained this, and eventually, India just waited, I would say. I mean, there were a couple of good captaincy decisions, especially by Rohit, that we have not talked about. We have not had the opportunity to talk about. But again, it was key how much they could have done it. They did well in the first 2 hours, and then India got the opportunity to strike back, and from there on they have built on that. Kuldeep Yadav wicket beat the Jasprit Bumrah wicket of Johnny Bairstow, that signal the close of play for the first session. And India driver's seat, of course. I mean, from here on, Ben Stokes hai, Johnny Bairstow hai, miracles can happen, but I really don't think so. The way Ashwin bowled, that Ashwin delivery to get the first wicket of the morning was just fantastic. Oli Pope, again, extra bounce, and that is what it is. It is going to be very tough to be aggressive in this kind of a pitch where there is extra bounce and everything. One thing Crawley did was to play with a straight bat for majority of his innings, and hence he survived there long. And yeah, India's game had to lose from here on. Yeah, 205. You could see that Ben Stokes or Johnny Bairstow could nikal sakte hain, but the kind of momentum that India has got, India should be able to wrap this up before tea.
Johnny Bairstow nahi hai. Johnny Bairstow.
Oh, sorry, Ben Stokes. Yeah, Ben Stokes, and who else is left? Yeah, one of the batters. No,
Ben Stokes.
Folks.
Okay, a couple of good decisions from Rohit Sharma and a sharp catch, Jamie. But 2 Bens would be out there. With Ben Stokes still there at the crease, do you expect a miracle, or this is game set match for India?
It should be. It should be game set and match, because these are increasingly going to get tougher conditions. Ashwin is on 499 now. I mean, had those 3 wickets not fallen, I think even with 2 wickets down, I would have said it's from the 80-20 with which the day started in favor of India. It would have, to my mind, been the 70-30 that Shubman Gill spoke about yesterday. But now, with only Ben Stokes to come, Ben Stokes bahut kabil batsman hai, and yes, we know that Ben Stokes does do miracles, but I think Ben Stokes has probably exhausted all the miracles he wants to use in his life, because ऐसा कोई player नहीं है जो इतनी बार modern day era में miracles कर चुके हैं. I'm talking about 3 miracles. Ben Stokes से अच्छे player को 1 नहीं मिलता, इसको 3 मिल चुके हैं. So I think it's done. India should win this match. And again, I mean, it's just despite the success, for the long time, the way that Rohit Sharma was captaining, okay, slightly better, but Rehan Ahmed के लिए deep fields, मतलब ऐसा क्या है भाई, वो tailender है, So there was enough personally for me to be really worried about. But now यहाँ से it'll take a miracle. मेरे को लगता नहीं होगा यहाँ से.
Okay. Tausbhai, what are your thoughts? Three results possible: India, England, and a tie, or it's India's going India's way.
रिजल्ट ये इतना यहाँ तक आने के बाद रिजल्ट एक ही होना चाहिए, इंडिया रिजल्ट एक ही होना चाहिए, इंडिया जीतना चाहिए, बिकॉज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू कम बैक यार. हाउ मेनी विकेट्स आर डाउन राइट नाउ?
Six.
Yeah, 6 wickets. 6 wickets. Jamie Bhai said you need a miracle, and Ben Stokes can do that. But then India is completely on top. Yeah, the way they bowled today, and especially, I mean, yeah, there were times where Rohit Sharma went defensive against during Akshar Patel's batting, and I was surprised. Ki bhai, despite being on top, despite taking those wickets, why did Rohit Sharma have deep fielders outside? I think Vineet would tell me exactly what might have gone through his mind, because deep Akshar Patel lacking confidence in his approach that he might leak runs, or he knows that, or he feels that he can't take wickets, especially when this wicket is not that, doesn't have that bite or spin. What was going around in both players' mind, captain as well as Akshar Patel? सवाल तो रहेंगे थोड़े बहुत, रहना चाहिए, मगर या इम्प्रेसिव फर्स्ट डे सेशन. एंड ये यहाँ पर मुझे लगता है एक ही माइंडसेट से इंग्लैंड आया था, भाई हमको जीतना है तो ऐसे ही जीतना है, क्योंकि 2 दिन से उनको फर्क नहीं पड़ता. उनको पता है कि अगर हम 2 दिन भी लगाएंगे तो यार शेल में जाना पड़ेगा. तो बैस बॉल मेथड एक ही था, उन्होंने अप्लाई किया. आई डोंट नो व्हाई. बहुत ही मतलब दे वर बीइंग टू एक्साइटेड, टू अग्रेसिव. जो रूट का जो शॉट था वो फोर्स्ड शॉट लग रहा था, वो बाद में रिग्रेट कर रहा था व्हाइल वॉकिंग बैक. वो कुछ इशारा ऐसा कर रहा था, ही कुड हैव flicked it to the mid wicket without getting out, stepping out or playing that atrocious shot. So I mean, I don't know why England was clueless, but then it's a good game for India. I would have loved to, the match would have turned out to be a good, tight affair. मजा आता था.
Okay. Kanav, 42, more than 42 overs. Kuldeep bowling just 5, and he still has a wicket in that column. How disappointing it is to not give him the ball that much from Rohit Sharma. In
No,
comparison
at one point, yes.
to 14.
At one point, it was getting strange कि why he is sticking with Akshar Patel क्योंकि continuously he bowled a very long spell. Akshar Patel, yes, he was bowling थोड़े बीच में wicket taking deliveries जो beat कर रही थी Bairstow को. Maybe they had that Akshar versus Bairstow battle in mind because we have seen Akshar always beating Bairstow often. और उसमें ये सवाल उठ रहा था कि यू हैव कुलदीप, यू कैन ब्रिंग बैक बुमराह फॉर द रिवर्सिंग पार्ट क्योंकि बॉल काफी पुरानी हो गई है, विच ही इवेंचुअली डिड. यस अ लिटिल लेट. कुलदीप थोड़ा और पहले आते तो मे बी और विकेट्स, एक विकेट और आ सकती थी, बट देन इन हाइंडसाइट वी कैन थिंक अबाउट इट. कुछ डिसीजन है रोहित के स्टार्टिंग से जो थोड़े खराब थे, मे बी ओपनिंग द फील्ड शुरू में ही. सेकंड अक्षर पटेल ने जो अपना सेकंड ओवर डाला था उसी में अगर आपने फील्ड पूरी फैला दी, पहले रेहान अहमद जब बैट कर रहे हैं तब आपका मिड ऑन पीछे है, आपका मिड फील्डर पीछे है, तो इट लुक्स लाइक अ वेरी डिफेंसिव फील्ड. एंड बट इवेंचुअली विकेट्स आनी शुरू हुई एंड स्पेशली रूट की विकेट में ही बॉट द फील्ड इन एंड ही बेसिकली उन्होंने रूट को कहा इफ यू वांट टू हिट यू कैन हिट, एंड ही वाज सीइंग कि रूट थोड़े जिटरी हैं, वो आते ही मार रहे हैं. मे बी आई एम नॉट श्योर, मे बी विनीत कैन टेल दिस परफेक्टली. रूट क्योंकि फिंगर इंजरी है तो ही वाज प्लेइंग हिज शॉट्स, ही न्यू दैट ही कांट स्टे लॉन्ग देयर. मे बी दैट इज द रीजन दैट ही वाज वेरी ultra aggressive today because we know Root can be aggressive, but जिस तरीके के शॉट पे वो आउट हुए, that is very unlike Root. Maybe his finger injury had to play a part here. I think only Vineet can tell us.
Navneet, what do you have to say? Why
Yeah,
that?
yes, of course. I'll have to head back home, so if you can get the questions quickly to me, that will be great. So yeah, of course, Joe Root ka jo innings tha, that was very much there. We talked to some of the English media, right before the start, what's the status with Joe Root, and they said that he has in fact broken his little finger, and this happened during the practice session, and then it got worse during that edge of Shreyas Iyer. So the talk was that Joe Root could bat when needed. So him coming out to bat when Oli Pop got out was quite surprising, and you could see that. I mean, he was not there looking to just stay in the middle. He was just trying to maximize whatever he could from the brief innings that he could play. And yes, it could be a reason. That's why he went for those kind of ultra aggressive shots. As Kanav mentioned, one good thing that Rohit Sharma probably did was when Root came in. after that, 6 that he hit, he brought the field in, invited Joe Root to go for the big shot again. I think Kanav or Soumya, you mentioned that he could have just played it down the ground, but that's what it is. He invited it. He got the mid on in, inviting Joe Root to go for the big shot, and yeah, undone by Ashwin there with again a bit of dragging his length back.
Okay.
Hello,
Just
am I
last.
audible?
Yeah. Yes, you're audible. Uh, yeah, Vinit, you are audible. Vinit, just the last. Tausba, you're on mute. Tausba, you're on mute. You're on mute. ताउसभाई आप म्यूट पे हो.
Hello, am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, Vineet, you are audible. ताउसभाई आप म्यूट पे हो.
Vineet, just a question like when the India was on top, Akshar was defensive or Rohit Sharma was defensive because he had spread that field out. So what was going on around that time? Can you
I,
tell?
I would think I thought it had there was a strategy where Rohit Sharma was trying to buy a wicket there. I'll tell you the reason why. The ball was keeping low, right? And Akshar Patel with the flaget trajectory shooting into the stumps, there were occasions where the ball was keeping low, and by keeping that field open. Towards the leg side, Rehan Ahmed, you could see most of his shots. I mean, yes, he did score a very beautiful inside out drive, but most of his scoring areas were the leg side trying to play across. And I think that is where Rohit Sharma was trying to buy a wicket, giving Rehan Ahmed the opportunity, saying that देखो खाली फील्ड है, आप सिंगल लेना है, आप सिंगल ले लो, ट्राइंग टू इंड्यूस हिम टू प्ले अक्रॉस द लाइन सो दैट एक बॉल जो नीचे रहेगी जो रहेगा अंदर घुसेगी, एंड दैट एग्जैक्टली हैपेंड देयर. रेहान अहमद का विकेट आप देखेंगे, रेहान अहमद वाज ट्राइंग टू फ्लिक इट टुवर्ड्स मिड विकेट मिड एरिया, एंड द बॉल, I didn't say थोड़ा सा लो हुआ लेकिन अंदर आया. That was probably the reason why he spread the field out. Yes, you could say it was defensive, but that was one of the strategies I thought where Rohit Sharma was trying to buy a wicket, at least against Rehan Ahmed. Zach Crawley के against भी आपने देखा कि it was more like an in and out field, but Crawley, I mean the way that he played, he was the kind of deliveries that he was hitting force for, no one should be doing that, but he was in top form. But yeah, to answer your question, it would have looked like it was a defensive field set, but he was trying to buy a wicket is what I felt with that kind of field. And moment I think Rehan Ahmed got out, he brought in trying to get that conventional attacking field for the more conventional batters.
Okay, Vineet, just the last question, then you can leave. What is the update on Shubman Gill?
That is the only update. Yeah, सुबह जो आया था कि that there's some issue with his index finger, so he has not taken the field. That is the only update that we have gotten from BCCI as of yet. So yes, he has not taken the field. Sarfaraz Khan is there, but one good thing with Sarfaraz Khan being there close to the bike is that he's quite chirpy. Reminded me of Rishabh Pant. At one point in time he was saying that wickets so wickets आ रहे अब तो run भी नहीं बन रहे इनसे. So that was quite a different thing to hear. Srikar Bharat was generally is quite muted, but Sarfaraz Khan in place of Shubman Gill, at least that one thing was going.
Okay. Well,
Even
thank
if
you.
English could understand what was he saying.
Yeah, English wouldn't, but that's a motivation for the other bowlers, right? And yeah, from here, whatever we can hear from the stump mic, that was quite interesting. Yeah, a couple of more questions I can take, yeah, Soumya.
Okay. Let's quickly move on to the comments then. Just one please. Rohit panics way too soon. Why? Rohit, Vineet, I'll ask both this to both Jamie and Vineet.
नहीं, क्रॉली ने जिस तरीके से शुरू किया है, रेहान अहमद जिस तरीके से मार रहे थे, आई मीन बाउंड टू पैनिक यार. कोई भी तुम कैप्टन हो गए, जिस तरीके से मुंह तोड़ जवाब दे रहे थे with a target of 300, you are bound to panic. But then again, ठीक है, I mean that is what we have been talking for the past 1 week, right? The captaincy kind of the mindset you have in terms of captaincy, Virat Kohli captaincy or Rohit Sharma or MS Dhoni captaincy, you do see Rohit Sharma being a bit more animated in the field in terms of dejection, disappointment को दिखता है, ज्यादा elation होता है तो विराट कोहली जैसा वैसा बिल्कुल वो नहीं करते. So it's about optics as well. You see कि यार panic हो रहा है, might be something happening, but of course there's definitely defensive mindset to Rohit's captaincy if you compare it with the Virat Kohli or anybody else for that matter. Panic you're bound to when you see 125 127 runs being scored in the first hour of play. हल्का सा panic है, but ठीक है, हो गया. It's worked out well. They've got 2-3 wickets. I felt a bit of ultra aggressive approach from England. Let them lose those 2 wickets, but Ashwin bowled beautifully. Kuldeep Yadav in the 1 over that he bowled beautifully, and India sees that clutch moments, that catch from Rohit Sharma. He was going the other way, but just stuck. So these are the moments that really turn the game. And ठीक है, हो सकता है. Panic हो गए थे, but all is well for now.
Jimmy, just I just feel when the opponents are playing in that manner, in that aggressive manner, it is more likely कि आप wicket ज़्यादा ले सकते हो. So that is more of an opportunity. What do you have to say? कि उसमें थोड़ा back foot पे जाने से better है यार. Play play it like एक plan के साथ जाओ आप.
I mean, यहाँ पे one comment has come कि he has a set plan and now you're saying दूसरा plan लेके आओ. I think look, all said and done, we have to remember कि test arena में रोहित शर्मा अभी बहुत inexperienced है. I think he's not even done. Is this his 11th test match as captain or 12th? It's a very very small sample size, right? और उस sample size के अंदर आप बहुत कम बार घर पे आप pressure पे आ चुके हो, right? Only third match. Like Vinny said, यहाँ पे all well and good, छोड़ो. But I go back to Hyderabad test match when India had a lead of 190 और 15 ओवर पे जब टी ब्रेक था और इंग्लैंड ने 15 ओवर में सौम्या 15 ओवर में 89 रन्स मारे ना, वहीं से एंड आई थिंक द आंसर टू व्हाट आई एम सेइंग ये फ्यूचर में आएगा. वहीं पे रोहित शर्मा ही गॉट स्पूक्ड. यू नो व्हाट आई मीन बाय स्पूक्ड? भाई मैं जो भी प्लान करूं ना, इनके पास जवाब है. और उसके बाद they lost 3 wickets at the end of that day. The lead was 127, right? तो जहां पे इंग्लैंड 190 पीछे थी, आई थिंक दे वर 125 127 अहेड. वहीं पे, एंड आई डोंट हैव एनी प्रूफ, बट आई थिंक समथिंग इन रोहित शर्मा थिंकिंग इट चेंज्ड कि भाई अश्विन, जडेजा, अक्षर के बावजूद 190 रन के बावजूद कुछ नहीं चल रहा है. सो आई थिंक व्हाट वी आर सीइंग नाउ, he is not gotten out of his head. जो like Vinit said, हफ्ते पहले जो हुआ था ना, it's very tough to recover. आपका जो एक, I'm not going to go as far as say आपका घमंड टूटा है गैबा वाला, but आपके जो plans है ना, वो एक टीम ने आकर ये कर दिया है. So whatever we're seeing now, and India will win this test match. Very, very good session, but it's going to take a long time for Rohit Sharma, I'll add Rahul Dravid here, to recover from what Ollie Pope did to them and what Zack Crawley did to them in Hyderabad, which was literally what, a week ago. So yes, he's been flat, but it's because no team, and this is the beauty of baseball. It comes to India, it says history, bahar mein jaye. It says Rohit Sharma, bahar mein jaye. It spooks you, and I think Rohit Sharma, despite what will happen here, he still will be spooked whenever England come out and bat. कल बोला बकलम ने, हम तो 600 चेस कर लेंगे, होगा नहीं कभी. It's a very ballsy statement, but it puts the fear of God in you, and I think the fear of God has been put in Rohit Sharma right now.
Okay, ताउस भाई, यहाँ मेरे पास उज्जवल का एक कमेंट है. Unless Ben Stokes get out, anything can happen. What do you have to say? Stokes नहीं भी आउट हुआ तो बाकी 4 बल्लेबाज तो आउट हो ही जाएंगे.
Nee, again, it would need a Jasprit Bumrah kind of a miracle from the batting side of England's batting side. So yeah, miracle ही save कर सकता है क्योंकि India is on top right now. But I would like to go back to the Rohit Sharma thing again. Captaincy, I feel that captaincy or maybe the nature of a person, ये complement करते हैं एक दूसरे को. So a person like a Virat Kohli, you might see him proactive, aggressive, taking that sharp decision, on the spot decision. He might have a good observation skills. He might anticipate well what could happen in future. तो वो मुझे लगता है नेचर ऑफ द लीडर का जो है, नेचर ऑफ द पर्सनालिटी, कैरेक्टर, उससे आइडेंटिफाई करता है, उससे रिफ्लेक्ट करता है. तो रोहित शर्मा इज कंप्लीटली ऑपोजिट टू व्हाट विराट कोहली इज. ही इज पैसिव, ही थिंक्स लेट, ही इज बैट्स लाइक एग्जैक्टली जैसे लेजी बैटिंग एलिगेंस बोलते हैं, तो वो भी सोचना भी वो लेजी एलिगेंस है, तो थोड़ा खामी एक नुकसान हो जाता है. सो दैट इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ क्रिकेट की मतलब कैरेक्टर्स टेस्ट ऐसे ही नहीं होते. बोलते कि कैरेक्टर्स आर टेस्टेड सिर्फ बैटिंग से नहीं होते, सिर्फ बॉलिंग से नहीं होते. टेम्परेमेंट टेस्ट होता है, सिर्फ बैटिंग बॉलिंग से नहीं होते, ये कैप्टनसी से भी होता है. तो रोहित शर्मा व्हाटएवर यू कम, कोई भी आइडियाज दो उनको या ऐसा भी प्लान सेट करके आएंगे, अगर सामने वाले बैट्समैन दे स्टार्ट डोमिनेटिंग दिस गाय mentally that he is, like he will go on the back foot. I mean, because he won't have many ideas like a Virat Kohli. He won't think fast like how Virat Kohli does, or maybe a Saurav Ganguly. He's not. Saurav Ganguly was a smart captain. This guy is, he thinks late, but थोड़ा time आता है, मगर उसको चाहिए रहता है प्लेयर्स का सपोर्ट. तो अगर प्लेयर सपोर्ट नहीं करते, रिस्पॉन्ड नहीं करते उसकी सिचुएशन पे, तो इट बिकम्स डिफिकल्ट फॉर दिस काइंड ऑफ अ लीडर टू रिस्पॉन्ड एंड कम अप विद ग्रेट आइडियाज. ग्रेट आइडियाज को आपको ऑन द स्पॉट डिसीजन लेने पड़ते हैं, जो नहीं आते. उनकी बैटिंग से भी लगता है ही गोज विद द फ्लो. बल्ला शुरुआत अच्छी होती है तो वो फ्लो में चले जाते हैं, और शुरुआत अगर ऐसा हो जाता है, अर्ली डिसमिसल हो जाता है, तो उनके दिमाग में काफी चलने लगता है. तो दैट इज वन ऑफ द रीजन. कैरेक्टर डिफाइंस द, बट दैट इज द ब्यूटी है. हर कैप्टन का कैरेक्टर अलग होता है, हर प्लेयर का कैरेक्टर अलग होता है, एंड वी शुड एक्सेप्ट इट, एंजॉय इट, और देखने में मजा आता है.
ताउस भाई 2 ट्रॉफी हारने के बाद 3 महीने में एंजॉय नहीं हो पाता. Yeah, Kanav, you were saying something.
कैरेक्टर एंजॉय करो ना.
I had a question for Vineet. I know he had to go. Vineet, there's a lot being talked about Zack Crawley's dismissal online on social media, especially because of the impact. It was saying that the ball, there's no way the ball didn't turn much, and since both the stumps, the middle stump and the off stump, were visible, so what do you think about this dismissal and this DRS?
As I mentioned at the start, it was a fantastic DRS to take, to be honest. And yeah, from the naked eye, we could see that we anticipated the ball would turn lot more and probably miss the leg stump, which was not the case. But then again, it is technology. I mean, I'm no technology guy or an expert in that. What we saw is what you get. I mean, kind of a thing. And it was surprising that it not turned that much as anticipated. But then again, as I said, even if let's say it was given out or Crawley would have reviewed that, India would not have went on to lose a review, because even still it would have been an umpire's call. But I don't know what the controversy is. I haven't gone on the social media to understand what exactly this is about. But it's as straight as there. I mean, how can you, in a way, question the technology? It is there for you to see, right? I mean, ठीक है, थोड़ा dubious रहता है, but if it is there is no other evidence as such to counter, the view of कि थोड़ा controversial है या नहीं. From an England side, they might seem कि the ball should have turned a lot more. It has not. But for me, from a naked eye, as I said, थोड़ा marginal था. The review showed that it did not turn that much. It did not, move that much. So yeah, I mean, nothing more to say on this thing about what social media is saying. Social media में तो क्या क्या नहीं कहते.
We need one last question. Why was Kuldeep brought in late, despite being the number one spinner in the first inning?
Good question. Good question. I don't have an answer to that. Akshar Patel say one thing that I could make out was that with Akshar Patel again giving him the extended spell was trying to get those wickets. Probably Kuldeep Yadav jaldi aate, koi Olipo hota to sweeping thoda aasan ho jata. That's what I felt. Ashwin was getting the bounce. Kuldeep Yadav would not have gotten the bounce. So if a Kuldeep Yadav loopy delivery could have been much easier for an Olipo, or maybe the top order batter, even Joe Root, to sweep better. They just were waiting for Hope to get out. Could be one of the reasons. But Akshar Patel extended spell, I really felt Rohit was trying to get a wicket with that variable bounce, shooting in the darter, stump to stump डाल के wicket लेने की कोशिश कर रहे थे. And they were just waiting. They were waiting for these, good sweepers of the ball to get out of the way before Kuldeep Yadav comes in. And it was rightly like आधे घंटे पहले आप एक extra variation लेकर आ रहे हो. And at the other end, Ashwin was actually bowling very, very well. He was getting the ball to grip. There was bounce also. Akshar Patel, ठीक है, runs थोड़े खाए, but I thought that extended spell was to get that exploit that variable bounce. Again, captaincy things you could say कि लेकर आ सकते थे पहले, as Karam mentioned, in hindsight, Kuldeep 2 और wicket ले लेता, but whenever he came, he gave you the wicket. So right captaincy call, that way you will say, right?
Okay, Vineet, we'll join you with you again. Right. Yeah. Okay, Jamie, I have a question for you from Apex. Hello, Jamie. Bhai, why can't Rohit start with his best bowlers?
So Apex, I don't know whether you were on the show about 10 minutes ago. I mentioned that you need to detach Rohit Sharma, the IPL captain, first of all, from Rohit Sharma, the Indian captain. Then you come to India captain. You need to keep aside the one day in T20. टेस्ट क्रिकेट में, टेस्ट के मैदान में इनकी कैप्टनसी को 2 साल भी नहीं हुआ. जब इनको अपॉइंट किया गया था, then he got injured and he was not able to take over the mantle. इन्होंने घर पे पहली बार टेस्ट लीड किया था 11 महीने पहले बॉर्डर गवास्कर ट्रॉफी में. मात्र 4 टेस्ट वहां पे, और was it 2 against Sri Lanka? I think 2 against Sri Lanka. So I don't think, but off the top of my head, I think it's only his 12th or 13th टेस्ट मैक्सिमम 15 मैं अगर वेस्ट इंडीज टूर को जोड़ूं तो अभी वो अपने टेस्ट, हालांकि प्लेयर बहुत एक्सपीरियंस्ड है, बट टेस्ट कैप्टेंसी 15-12 टेस्ट इज वेरी वेरी स्मॉल सैंपल साइज, एंड उस स्मॉल सैंपल साइज के अंदर आप मैक्सिमम मैचेस जीते हो और अचानक आपको झटका लगता है इस बेसबॉल टीम से, ही इज गोइंग टू बी a little bit shocked. He's not the smartest tool in the shed, if I can use a cliche. वो कैप्टन बने हैं अपनी बैटिंग स्टेटस से, और एक कॉर्पोरेट लीग में एक कॉर्पोरेट टीम को 5 बार कॉर्पोरेट टाइटल जिता के उसमें और देश को चलाने में भाई जमीन आसमान का फर्क है, राइट? बट ही विल लर्न, राइट? ही इज 37, he's got volumes of experience, but in the test मैदान he still, I would call him very very raw, right? और अभी क्या है, we saw this in South Africa. We did, I think, 2 shows, guys, about why he began a post-lunch session with Shardul Thakur and how that backfired. Okay. And now we're saying it here. And I go back to Apex, what I was literally saying 10-12 minutes ago, कि रोहित शर्मा का जो भी बेस्ट लेड प्लान्स था हफ्ते पहले हैदराबाद में, वो उड़ गए, वो धुआं हो गए, राइट? भाई साहब, and I don't want to say the way he would say it, but you would have heard him talk about some walk-in company garden 2 days ago. रोहित ने बोला होगा, अरे माँ की आंख, 190 का लीड तो चुटकी में गायब हो गया, ठीक है? झटका नंबर 1, झटका नंबर 2, I was one of the idiots on this show saying, अबे इंडिया तो 231 बड़े प्यार से चेस कर लेगी। 231, यानी कि 2 दिन के अंदर रोहित शर्मा की दुनिया की फाउंडेशन हिल गई। एक तो 190 रन की लीड चुटकी में गायब हो गई, और दूसरा साला हम 231 चेस नहीं कर पाए। सो इट विल टेक द बेस्ट ऑफ माइंड्स टू कम बैक फ्रॉम दैट, राइट? लाइक विनीत सेड, ये मैच इंडिया जीत जाएगी, ऑल इज वेल, बट दिस मैन ऑन आवर स्क्रीन, हिज फाउंडेशंस हैव बीन शेकन इन द स्पैन ऑफ 2 days कि भाई घर पे बेसबॉल वाज सपोज्ड टू फेल, we were supposed to defend this proud record, how the hell did my team lose in 4 days? ऊपर से ये बंदा खराब फॉर्म के साथ जूझ रहा है भाई, ठीक है? So it's easy for us to come here and go after him. Has he been defensive? Absolutely. Has he been negative? Absolutely. हम तो हर सेशन शुरुआत करते हैं कि भाई डीप मेक इट लॉन्ग ऑफ, क्यों केविन पीटरसन वहां चिल्ला रहा है कि भाई इनको 300 रन चाहिए, तुम क्या कर रहे हो? So yes, from the outside he looks disheveled, and yes, India will win this match, but you need to understand that he's still learning the trade of captaincy in test cricket. So I understand, बहुत ही negative है, God knows, obviously it's रोहित शर्मा, वैसे नहीं आ रहे कि भाई ये मैं करेगा, प्लान्स होते हैं, ये द्रविड़, इनके बहुत व्हाइट बोर्ड डिस्कशंस होंगे, बहुत लैपटॉप्स खुलेंगे, but when baseball comes and stuns you, it will take a while. So that's my very rough assessment of this situation.
Question for you. Okay, I understand that his captaincy career is not that big one. Okay, 12-13 मैच, but you have played, you have played as a batter. आप 15 साल से क्रिकेट खेल रहे हो, आप 6-7 साल से टेस्ट क्रिकेट खेल रहे हो, you have n number of numbers, n number of records to your disposal. जब आपको पता है कि the opponents are going after you, right, with the bat, तो आप एज अ बैटर तो थॉट प्रोसेस लगा ही सकते हो ना, इतना तो एक्सपीरियंस है ही, एज अ क्रिकेटर तो है आप।
You assume, but I go back to what I said 2.5 years ago. इसको जब विराट कोहली ने एक दिन बोला मैं जा रहा हूं, राइट, वो जो भी बड़े बड़े दिमाग थे उस मीटिंग में, अरे भाई किसको पकड़े, अरे वो देखो इसके पास 15 साल है, was he a captain? No, he was made captain because of what you're saying, batting records. Let's just put that corporate tournament aside to one set. इंडिया में अरे विराट कोहली ने एक वो क्या है, वो एशिया कप स्किप किया, वो रोहित के अंदर वो जीत गए, राइट? वाज देयर एनी प्रॉपर एविडेंस कि ये बंदा लीडर है? तो इस नाचीज के राय में नहीं भाई, नहीं। अगर मैं आईपीएल को साइड रखूं, आईपीएल यार इट्स अ कॉर्पोरेट टूर्नामेंट यार विद अ डूबियस पास्ट, ओके, मैं आगे नहीं बोलूंगा। व्हाट डिड यू सी अपार्ट फ्रॉम 3 double centuries? व्हाट डिड यू सी अपार्ट फ्रॉम व्हाइट बॉल बैटिंग prowess? एक्सपीरियंस है, बट ही इज नॉट द बेस्ट कैप्टन, राइट? So whatever his plans are, they've not worked out, right? Like you just said, ICC trophy नहीं आ रहे, right? वो तो विराट के टाइम में नहीं आए। विराट had 6 years to do it. आया कुछ, एक भी नहीं आया, right? So I get it, but my point is, to me, the bigger thing is baseball, right? Nobody can criticize baseball now.
Yeah.
This team says, हम 2 टेस्ट मैच हारे, घंटा फर्क पड़ता है क्या? टेस्ट के इतिहास में किसी भी कप्तान ने कहा ऑन रिकॉर्ड, आई डोंट माइंड लूजिंग, ही वुड हैव बीन सैक्ड, ये स्टीव वॉ बोलता बेटा निकल जा. This is baseball. Chetan for the longest time thought baseball was about scoring at 4.5. I kept saying no, it's a philosophy. Batting at 4.5. When this baseball comes, right? How many teams have overturned a lead of 190 and beat you by 28 runs? बहुत कम होंगे यार. मतलब एक हाथ में इतिहास में हम गिन नहीं पाएंगे. So Rohit Sharma he's been shocked. He's been shocked. Maybe he won't show it, but he's been shocked. And I think yes, यहाँ पे जीत जाएंगे. But it's going to take a long time for him to come out of that. और अब ये लोग जो प्लानिंग करेंगे ना, it's a good thing. अब तक ये इनकी प्लानिंग क्या थी? 10 महीने पहले भाई अहमदाबाद में ग्रीन टॉप खिलाएंगे हम. ये प्लानिंग है. दिस इज सरासर एरोगेंस. इंदौर ने आपको चमाट मारा. अब where was that misplaced arrogance? Where did it come from? चलो मान लो आप वो तीसरा टेस्ट मैच जीत जाते, आपको फोर्थ मैच में ग्रीन टॉप मिलता, आपको तो हारना था ओवल में, राइट? सो विद ईच पासिंग एंड लाइक आई थिंक यस्टरडे हु तौस भाई ने कहा या नीत ने कहा था, आई डोंट थिंक ही इज रिकवर्ड फ्रॉम नवंबर 19th. So he's obviously going through a lot, and when your plans are shredded up like this by a सामने वाली टीम, पैट कमिंस ने तो आपको अपनी औकात दिखा दी. 10 दिन पहले 8 दिन पहले बेन स्टोक्स ने आपको अपनी औकात दिखा दी. You might win the series 4-1, but something in his thinking has been smashed, and I think despite the results, he's not going to be the same captain ever again, despite the results. And if he comes back, hats off to him.
No, I just feel we are jumping onto the series result pretty quickly. I still believe England can take this away. The way they are playing, they can still take this away.
Absolutely. That's what baseball does. It puts doubts. कल शुभन गिल ने बोला 70-30 यार, बताओ. हम बोलते यार 100% नहीं. बेसबॉल इतना वो नहीं है.
आपको अगर टारगेट देना तो एटलीस्ट 400 देना पड़ेगा. एनीथिंग लेस देन दैट दे विल चेज इट डाउन. दे विल गो फॉर इट, नॉट चेज इट डाउन. ओके, क्विकली ताउस भाई, आपकी प्रेडिक्शन, दिस मैच इज एंडिंग इन द सेकंड सेशन और थोड़ा और लंबा चलेगा? बेन स्टोक्स कैन डू अ मिरेकल.
2 विकेट हो गया है, तो आई थिंक अगर इसे थर्ड सेशन तक खींच लिया आपने, तो हमें आपकी बॉलिंग खराब है. मतलब वो लकी जो विकेट्स मिले थे वो लकी थे. जैकपॉट और कुछ नहीं. इनके आई मीन द वे दे प्लेड बेसबॉल या अटैकिंग स्टाइल ऑफ क्रिकेट खेले, तो उनकी वजह से मोस्ट ऑफ द विकेट सुबह में उसी की वजह से गए हैं. ऐसा नहीं, रिवॉर्डिंग नहीं है कि अश्विन आके सडनली गेम चेंज कर दिया, टर्न ऐसा निकल रहा है कि ही इज बिकम द बेस्ट, ही इज कम बैक. दे हैव गिवन अवे द विकेट्स बिकॉज़ दे आर प्लेइंग दैट काइंड ऑफ क्रिकेट राइट नाउ, दैट मेंटल. और अगर आप वैसी विकेट नहीं खेलेंगे ना, तो आपको वो बेसबॉल जो साइकोलॉजिकल एज है वो डिसअपियर हो जाएगा. फिर वो रोहित शर्मा सडनली विल से यार कहां गया बेसबॉल क्रिकेट, आप इतना बड़ी बातें कर रहे थे, आप शेल में चले गए. सो दे वुड नॉट हैव एक्सटेंडेड इट टू थर्ड सेशन. तो मैच मोस्टली ये इसमें ही खत्म हो जाएगा, चाहे इनकी तरफ हो या उनकी तरफ हो. बट देन द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट, या टी से थोड़ा मतलब टी के थोड़ा बाद, बट द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट इज लाइक, मैं क्या बोल रहा था, भूल गया. एनीवे, जब आएगा तो मैं याद करूंगा. सो या ये सेशन में खत्म कर देना चाहिए.
ओके, कनव, क्या बात?
No, I have a feeling it will go to the last session. Stokes and Folks, and they bat deep and they know how to. They can stay on the crease at least.
ऐसा हुआ तो ये होगा. फिर अगर ऐसा हुआ तो ये होगा. तो
यार वही कितनी बार स्टोक्स के केस में भी all we can say is कितनी बार they can pull off, as Jamie said that. Yes, he अगर कोई कर सकता है तो स्टोक्स कर सकता है. This is a good debate, but कितनी बार खुद स्टोक्स कर सकता है, that is a different debate, and he would need someone to stand with him, चाहे वो बेन फोक्स हो या कोई और बॉलर हो, और उतने लंबे टाइम तक खड़े रहना. आई थिंक पैनिक बटन कहीं ना कहीं स्टोक्स से दब जाएगा और वो बुमराह वर्सेस स्टोक्स की बैटल फिर आ जाएगी, और वी कैन सी अनदर स्टोक्स डूइंग दिस आफ्टर गेटिंग आउट फ्रॉम बुमराह. तो आई स्टिल बिलीव इट विल गो टू द थर्ड सेशन. इट इज इंडियाज मैच एज ऑफ नाउ, बट इट विल गो टू द थर्ड सेशन.
ओके,
जेबी भाई का वो एक्सप्लेन करना चाहूंगा सौम्या, द कैप्टेंसी पार्ट की सिलेक्शन कमेटी में किसको चूज करे. तो remember 2007 when Rahul Dravid had stepped down, so they had various options, युवराज सिंह, गौतम गंभीर, फिर और भी बहुत सारे थे, मगर आपने धोनी को चुना क्योंकि वो स्ट्रीट स्मार्ट क्रिकेटर. आपको पता चल जाता है कि आपके ग्रुप में कौन है, कौन बंदा लीड कर सकता है, किसमें ज्यादा क्लैरिटी है. तो वो यहाँ पर अनफॉर्चुनेटली नहीं मिला.
मैं हमेशा एक चीज ये बोलता हूं, क्रिकेट की जहां तक बात है, ओके आपने व्हाइट बॉल दे दिया था, बट टेस्ट क्रिकेट की जहां तक बात है, आपके पास एक बहुत बड़ा ऑप्शन था उसी समय, अजिंक्य रहाणे। आप उनको सीधा बोलते बॉस 2-2.5 साल के लिए आपको टेस्ट कैप्टनसी संभालनी पड़ेगी, व्हाटएवर योर फॉर्म इज, वी
बट वो
डोंट
भी सेफ खेल रहा है यार। प्रॉब्लम ये है, देखो एक माइंडसेट की बात होती है, वो भी बहुत सेफ खेलता है।
के लाया ना
सेफ
वो।
कैप्टन और प्रोटेक्टिव कैप्टन, और हमको डर नहीं चाहिए। देखो विराट कोहली सक्सेसफुल क्यों थे टेस्ट क्रिकेट में? क्योंकि वो डरते नहीं थे। वो एक
But
माइंडसेट की बात
if
होती है।
if I'm not wrong, Rahane has still not lost a match as India Test captain. If I'm not wrong, I don't know, maybe एक कोई हो,
Yes.
but he has a very good record and he knows how to win.
Yeah.
Australia
But
and
small size.
A very small size.
Some 5'6".
Okay, so I'm just saying, okay 5-6 no, okay वो
ज्यादा
5
होता है।
की अगर जहाँ तक बात है, तो उस 5-6 टेस्ट में एक ऑस्ट्रेलिया का सीरीज था जहां हम 36 ऑल आउट से उठ के वो सीरीज जीत कर आए थे, नॉट जस्ट रिटेनिंग दैट, सो दैट वाज अ गुड
That
इंस्टेंस,
was a jackpot यार।
दैट वाज सॉरी,
जैकपॉट है यार वो सीरीज।
तो ये भी तो जैकपॉट है ना ये भी तो जैकपॉट ही चल रहा है, आप तो ये तो प्लानिंग के हिसाब से लेकर आए थे। And so I just feel, you know, in comparison to Rohit and Rahane, and you know, अगर आप ऑप्शन की बात कर रहे हो, you could have gone to a Rahane who had just won a series for you in Australia. Shrewd थे उस समय, फॉर्म फिर भी ठीक था, उसमें भी उन्होंने एक 100 किया था, if I am not mistaken, जेमी
Melbourne.
उसमें भी एक 100 किया था उन्होंने, जो the game that ended as a draw. So yeah, I mean,
Melbourne, Dharamshala, Virat Kohli injured. He had to step up and lead. They had to win that match. I'm saying बात सही है. चलो, small sample size, there was plenty. But जैसे मैं बहुत बार कह चुका हूं, विराट कोहली, रवि शास्त्री पीरियड पे दो कलंक थे. Misreading the conditions in Southampton, first WTC and second not grooming a leader. Right. By the time that by the time the jackpot came, damage had been done. They were not looking. Kohli thought कि भाई मैं तो 40 साल तक यही काम करूंगा, right? And it's no coincidence, and I'll drop the mic here, it's no coincidence that this prolonged series of the worst selection panels became in existence once Virat Kohli took over. तो वही आपकी planning नहीं है. You have to groom someone. Who did they groom? KL Rahul. And here I drop the mic.
okay, I'll end the session with just one of my predictions. I just differ a bit. यहाँ पे I think Ben Stokes के साथ Ben Foakes भी हैं, जिनको हम थोड़ा सा कहीं ना कहीं साइडलाइन कर रहे हैं. 205 चाहिए तो पैनिक बटन नहीं ऑन होगा अभी इंग्लैंड का, because they still have 4 wickets. They have a proper batter who is coming in after they resume the batting. So और 205 बनाने बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं है. So I still believe we need wickets and quickly.
But I still believe with all the debate around baseball, Stokes won't play like Root or everybody did. He'll take his time and he'll build his innings.
Yeah,
He is
The
that kind of
best.
batter.
ये इसके लिए सेट है. ये तभी उठ के आता है फरिश्ते की तरह जब 7 विकेट डाउन है. अगर जैक लीच होता, if Jack Leach was in this 11, I would say England winning. But वो नहीं है.
204 ये बना था, 1 रन.
क्योंकि पिच में कुछ नहीं है.
Yeah.
बट मतलब बैसबॉल मतलब आपको रिस्क, फुल ऑफ रिस्क क्रिकेट है. तो यहाँ पर चांसेस ये भी हो सकते हैं कि आप 3-1-3 या आप WTC के पॉइंट्स लूज करो. तो आर दे नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन गेटिंग देयर WTC? आई मीन इट्स अ बिग सीरीज.
वो तो
Taus bhai, England is already way below in the WTC because of their slow over rate. Even if they win matches, they are not going to make it to the final.
Exactly.
They are really, really bad in over
प्रॉब्लम है?
rates.
फिर खेलो बैसबॉल.
They are just enjoying every test
वही.
series. They don't care about WTC.
it's a tailor-made situation for Ben Stokes to come up like to revive like Undertaker. Undertaker के तरह उठने का मौका आ चुका है Ben Stokes level. The game has started. The second session has begun, so we'll go and enjoy the game, and we'll connect again, hopefully quickly. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज, सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म, क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट.